Creationism, is that evolution?
It's the belief that God created everything.
I'd go with based on creation, creativity, and thinking of new ideas and new things, new ways to do things.
Creating something.
When God created the earth and created like everything that we pretty much see.
Is creationism like Big Bang stuff, like everything was created out of nothing, just like big explosion?
Is the creation of the world?
It's the belief that God created the earth in 7 days, like it says in the Bible.
It's like the idea that God created earth and human beings and everything.
Holy crap. Creationism. Am I supposed to know the answer to this?
Creationism is the belief that the world and everything in it is here because it was created.
I learned about it in church and in my home.
I haven't learned much about it.
I think I was taught creationism like ever since I can remember, like growing up going to church and stuff. Like I've like been reading the Bible since since I was really little, so I think that's all I've really been taught.
Context.
I didn't learn about it.
I went to Catholic high school, so we probably talked about something like that.
Religion class in high school?
In church and also just from my parents at home.
I think creationism should definitely be taught in schools. I think it's important to like teach students like everyone's beliefs. Like I think evolution should be taught too, not in like a way where like teachers are like, this is the right way and this is what you should believe, but so like students know and have an idea of what everyone's beliefs are.
I think it should, because even if people don't believe it's true, it's another way of understanding the world, and it's not just presenting history one-sidedly.
I personally don't believe it should be, because creationism in the Christian version is the 7 days of creation, which should be taught in a church. Rather than, if we are going to go into religions, you should teach the beginning of Islam, you should teach Hinduism's version of creation. I think that should be stuck to world religions rather than creation stories.
I think so because, well, clearly because I don't really know what it is, but also because every view should be taught.
I would say it should be taught in a Catholic school, because I don't think we should force people to talk about something if they're not comfortable about it. I think it should be taught in schools, but not necessarily that it's correct, but the idea of it should be taught, so that way like students can be exposed to more ideas, I guess, and then decide for themselves.
I think it should, in the sense of it's one major belief of how the world came about. I don't think the separation of church and state really applies here, because you're not pressing a certain religion. It doesn't have to be Christianity, it could be anything. It's just a belief of how the world came about.
Not me.
I think that it should be the people at the school, like the students, so they should like be able to voice their opinions.
The people, because that's how America is run.
They're not students, for sure.
The government, I don't know.
Yeah, parents over everything, because they're the ones in charge of their kids.
They're not.
The people should get to vote.
The risks are that you get a bunch of lawsuits, because everybody's very against Christianity being taught in the school, so that's praying before classes or saying, like, God bless you. But the rewards would be that that there's just a more developed version of Christianity, and people get a better become more aware of religions. But I think that goes along with every religion needing to be taught the creation story rather than just Christianity.
I think for the the rewards or that it's the truth that is being spoken?
I think some risks would be, obviously, like, not all people are going to agree with what creationism is, but I think even then, like, some rewards would be, like I mentioned before, like, everyone knows, like, what it is if they weren't taught it when they were younger.
Students get a better knowledge of the world around them, whether it's the right or wrong answer. I mean, you still learn something, so really there's no downside in teaching it.
I think the risk was you'd take off some people that don't believe in it, but the reward would be that kids would be more cultured.
I'd say the risk is if like you only teach that, then there might be some closed-minded ideas, but rewards, if you have a strong faith base, it can strengthen your faith.
The rewards are that it could help someone understand their world differently and maybe point them to Christ. You can't really think of any risks.